Okay, so if you're watching a game from one of my subscribers, it's a Maokai game versus Urgot. We're going over this. In the beginning here, we see him placing a ward, which I think is a mistake. You don't need to ward here. This is really meaningless. If you want to scout, you stay here for a little bit longer and then walk up. But like overall, you don't need to ward there. I think it's really useless. At this point, you don't have any information. You should probably expect the enemy top laner to have started top or the enemy jungler because you don't know. And Urgot shows really late, so it's very plausible that he started top side. What I do right here is focus on just CSing. If you want to push, you can. Either way works. Pushing or letting him push, both of them works. You letting him push, that's okay. It doesn't really matter what you do in this instance. If you want to play aggressive, you push. If you want to play more passive, you let him push. If you want to play around jungle, then you let him push as well, or you try to keep the wave in the middle. And your jungler is standing bot side, so this is fine. I'd probably clean out the wave a little bit, go up and hit them a little bit. If he hits you, that's not too bad. One thing here. When he jumps towards you, if you're fast, you can Q and you block him. He was max range jumping you, which means you can always react with a Q in time. You should just Q and then he gets knocked back and you won't be flipped. It's a really big counter to him. You have to walk away after this. This is fine. Not really a big deal. All this is okay. One thing you should try and do in this matchup is keep your grasp up at all times. You want to have the proc ready if he walks into you. Whether he's jump or anything like that. Okay, let's see what happens. You're chilling. This is fine. I would clean out the wave as much as possible if you can for free. This is good. Hit it. Nice. Hit that one. Nice. Hit that one. Okay, hit it now then. That's fine. You just saw cards. It's kind of interesting. The base you did was super weird. It makes no sense. You didn't pay attention to it. You didn't care. This was perfect. I like that. Cartus was here. You saw him, which is really weird. He shouldn't show himself, but you did. You shouldn't expect Cartus to be top right now. But he did show top, and now you just chill, you know. Play a little bit safe. You cannot help your jungler. So don't wonder about him. Don't even care. Just sit back. I would kill a few minions. It's pushing too hard to you right now, which is bad. You don't want it to crash. Allowing him to crash would be a bad thing. So you need to clean out the waves. There's too many. You should be auto-attacking the minions a lot more here. This is a mistake because you're letting the minions get into you. And he can just push it really quick at this point, right? Like, look what he's going to do right now. He should shove the wave and then he should base. And you're giving him a really easy time doing that because you're not pushing the minions enough. Because you're standing too far back all the time. If you had stood further up, you could have stopped him from doing this. He should be basing right now. Let's see what he does. He might not be. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he's trolling around. He should have based for sure. He had a really easy base there. But yeah, you should clean out the wave. Here what I'd do is... The things you gotta focus on is try and get your mana flow band stacks. And you're not much weaker than him, so just sit up in the waves and just farm. You don't mind too much. You need to auto Q. You shouldn't be flipped. That's the only thing you should be careful about. Don't get flipped. You can't walk all the way up to him, but you can keep like a distance, you know. If he hits you, he takes minion aggro and he's gonna have to back off every time. So what you should do is keep like in a distance like here. Now there's no minions, so you don't want to get hit at all, right? But if all 6 minions are here, just get hit once and then just walk back. Like now, for example. Now you have all the minions, right? Put a new sapling here. Stand right here. You don't have to be afraid of him. This was bad again. You Q for the minion, which you don't need to do. You want to order for the minions, and now you could have Q to go on him. I don't think this is going to connect, so I would suggest you to W him afterwards, or even just walk up and hit him. I think you're stronger than him right now. You should be fighting him right there. Because he doesn't have his flip, and he doesn't have any of his passives. Urgot is all about passive, and he wins with passive. If you block his passive, then you're going to win. So considering he uses E without having the passives, and without hitting you, you should just W or you should just auto attack him. Either way works. If you can, auto and then W, and if you can, then just W, right? Should have been having a really good trade there. Again, try and just be okay. Be confident. You're moving a lot, which is fine. But it makes it harder for yourself to play. I think it's okay what you're doing though. That's a fine sapling, but you're going low on mana. I don't know how many stacks you have. How many do you have? You have 5. That's okay. Not too bad, actually. Again, you moved too far back. Now you're going to Q that one. You have to. But that's a bad situation to be in. Again, you should be fighting him right there. You're stronger than him. He misses his E. He shouldn't even be flipping you like that. You can be chunking him there. You definitely win that trade. You need to play more around the opponent's weakness. He makes a lot of mistakes and you can abuse them. I actually think your mechanics are quite good. But your decision making is off because you're playing too afraid. Mechanically, you're actually playing alright. You're making a lot of decent decisions, but they're not great decisions. Your farming is also decent. There's nothing bad there. I think you just gotta understand how to abuse the opponent. How do you want to abuse him? Here is just sit here. He flips you can Q him the second he flips, and you can stop it, and then you can fight him afterwards. Or if he misses it, then you can also just fight him. You don't have to worry about it. You wasted your Q there. That's really bad. Again, you have to learn the timing of your Q should go after him, not before. Unless you know he can't get on you. And this is why you're losing these fights, because you don't know when you should fight. You have basically you don't know how to play this matchup. But if you apply the things I told you now, you should be able to win this matchup next time. You're much stronger than him. Also, an item that's really good against Urgot is a bramble. So use a base here. You have to base. Just get a base, and if you base right now, you're gonna get an advantage because he can't push in time. Basing here is bad because he could stop you with a Q. He's gonna stop you with a Q. Yep, that's pretty bad. Again, this base is really, really risky. He got ultimate. He could dive you right now. You should just walk back and base. You would have an advantage. So that's pretty bad as well. Base timings needs to be better. Think of base timings as pressure. And then also understand the weaknesses of your opponents. Urgot is stronger than you. But if he misses his E, or if you counter his E with your Q, then you beat him until his E is back up. So that's what you gotta play around. Alright, that's it for this one though.